Hello, Doug here from the Hundredfold Journey. Congratulations again for completing the 21 Days of Gratitude Challenge. Now the question is, what's next? Where do I go from here? The good news is that the Hundredfold Journey, we're going to continue with additional challenges, and the next one is going to be on identity. However, before we proceed with that, there are some important items to remember about what you just accomplished on these first 21 days. I had a discussion with other members of our Hundredfold Journey, Rich and Marissa, and they discussed the importance about continuing this practice, even to the point of doing this 3 or 2 more times for a total of 3 of 63 days in order for you to change the way you think and your attitude of gratitude, and it actually becomes a way of life, and that we don't just stop here. So please listen to this recording very carefully and listen to some of the guidance and advice they provide, and I'll catch you at the end of this audio. Thank you.
If we go learn something new, we never have a chance to reinforce. Therefore, you learn a bunch of things in your brain. Basically, at the end of 63 days, if you were doing something, one thing for 21, another for another 21, another for another 21, there's nothing that's really going to truly be set and written into the autonomic nervous system to feel I am. Now,
thank you. Yeah, that's
right,
exactly what I was trying to say.
To Katie's perspective, what I would say is this, is that I wrote it in for 63 days, and now it is part of me. Now I don't even have to think twice. When that negative thought comes up, I grab it. Yesterday, I had to yell out loud because I was just mired in it, and I had to snap myself out of it. But I knew to do that because now it is part of truly who I am, and I don't have to think about it anymore. But I did do it for 63 days and then longer, and now I do it every day. So that's a skill set that I have. Now, to Katie's point, as I go through life and as I experience other things, that knowledge of gratitude becomes deeper. It becomes applied in different ways. It reveals itself in different ways, depending upon where I'm at. And then when I layer other things on to that foundation of gratitude, they begin to stick more. They begin to mean more. And all of it begins to feed each other. But if you don't take the time to pay attention to the way our brains, the way that God made us, right, to have those 63 days so it is truly written into your autonomic nervous system, it won't truly become who you are. It will be that thing like you're observing it and that you know about it, that you think that it probably might have sort of done something for you, but it's not truly who you are yet, right? And you're not going to get around the science of the way God made us. So that's just my 2 cents. I think all of these things are great ideas, and I'm not saying you can't do those things, but Doug, remember what we did. We did the 21 days, and at some point, then we layered on the identity. At some point, it begins to be too much, and you have to choose what you're going to do on that day. Mm-hmm. And if I had my say in this, gratitude is the foundation of all of it, right? Until you begin to look at and see life from a different perspective and see it the way that it truly is, not the way that we've been taught that it is, identity won't make a lick of difference because you won't be able to see it. Because you can all, right now, for 63 days, what you're trying to do is get out of the hall of mirrors. You're trying to get out of the old ways that things have been formed, and you're meant to see it from the mountaintop, to see the way that it truly is. Then you can see clearly. That was my experience. I think that's the experience of Marissa and others as well. Mm-hmm. So to me, this gratitude is so foundational, I wouldn't rush it. And then when you think about the way that it is actually written into your brain, those dendrites that are formed, and when you, again, going through Caroline Leaf's study for those 63 days and starting each day, here's my 4 to 7 thoughts. I'm going to choose one. I'm going to be aware of that one 10 times today. I'm going to speak this truth to that thought, right? That was all made possible because I understood gratitude and I understand that, you know, looking outside of myself and standing outside of myself to look at those things.
These things happen. They happen for a reason. I don't recall all the things. I just know that the first 21 days you're a student, you're learning, and these things are all new. But it wasn't until after the next set of 21 days that the faith and the belief started happening, the understanding started happening, the changing of your mind starts happening. But it's not just renewing your mind about God, it's renewing your mind about yourself. And knowing that in just understanding that you have so much power in shattering your view of yourself and understanding that you should be seeing yourself as he does. And in doing that, all your circumstances, they don't matter. Because no matter what, the way he sees you is how you see the world. And if you see the world the way he sees you, you're so much more grateful. And when you're grateful like that, things don't affect you the way they used to. The negative effects don't impact you. They are things that happen, but you know they will be solved. And it's not through any effort of you, it's the fact that you know you have him.
Yeah, very well stated. And it takes more than 21 days.
It takes much more than 21 days. I mean, 21 days, everything is new. There's an understanding, a new way of seeing God, his word, and it's also a new way of seeing what is around you and the so many blessings that are around you. When you start off with the 10 blessings, the 10 things every day, I'm sure everybody starts off with things like, thank you for my home, thank you for my car, thank you that I have, my family, my friends. But then it becomes more than that. It becomes, thank you for helping me running late because I found out there was an accident on the highway. Thank you for my coffee maker, because you know what? I couldn't get coffee out on and everything worked out fine. Thank you for my morning time with you. Thank you that when I had to buy a day, my husband was there to pick me up. And normally I'm the positive one. And that day, he was, honey, cup half full. Thank you for putting every single person that we needed for our son. I mean, we could have come across a bunch of really bad people, but everything was in alignment. Thank you for the beautiful weather. Thank you for the sunshine. Thank you that despite this pandemic, we're all surviving. But then it becomes thank you for the things that you know are going to happen, not just the things that are here now. Thank you for my dream house. Thank you for the new job that's going to get us into the house that we want. Thank you for moving us to my parents. These are things that I know are going to happen. So instead of, you go from thanking things from now to thanking things that you know are going to happen, but you speak to them as if they've happened. It's manifesting things. So it's just a whole new way of being grateful, a whole new way of seeing things around you.
I hope you were encouraged by the words from Rich and Marissa. They are part of the leadership team here at the 100-Fold Journey. And if you have gone to our website, the100foldjourney.com, you will see Rich and Marissa there, as well as our other leadership team, Joe, Katie, and Rashi, and of course myself, Doug. The words that they shared are trying to encourage us to continue this gratitude challenge, to make it a daily practice for us. I know that it's affected and changed my life for the better, as well as all the leadership team on 100-Fold. Hence the reason why we are getting this out into the public and into your hands. So please take that into account, and please be looking for the next challenge, which should be coming out in the next day or so. Thank you.